Okay, one difficulty in assembling our glass top radius desk is the situation of the curved pieces coming together. With a typical rectangular desk, that's never an issue, but because of the curvature involved, it does present a difficulty. It does work, you just have to recognize from the start that the holes are not going to line up because you've got two radiuses coming together. With that curvature, it's going to throw them off from the start, but when you do get the pieces together, it's going to pull in snugly and fit quite tightly. So to start out, this is obviously much smaller. This is representing the work surface. This is representing the curved pieces on the front. I've left these connected, even though you do just one at a time, just to try to represent how these pieces don't align from the start, but eventually when you get it together, they do align. Because of the size of this, you're not going to be able to detect that it's only off by ½ an inch. So that's why I'm keeping these together to try to illustrate how pieces will not align. These little dashes here, those are representing the pin hole and the insert. So these are the pieces we want to align, each of these dashes along here, and this is each of the 4 sections on the front. As you can see, these are way off. One might align here, but this is going to be off by quite a bit. Same thing, I'll move it over a little bit. If this one aligns here, this one is going to be off. So the only way to do it really is either you could leave one pin out, because it's going to get its strength from these pieces being bolted together in your later step. That's where it really binds the whole thing together. You could leave one pin out, or you take a screwdriver. With a screwdriver, bend that piece over, bend this one in a little bit to get them started, and once you start pounding this together with a mallet from this side, as you can see, it'll force in, and then those pieces are going to align, and it's going to hold quite nicely. So all holes will align once it's together and hold tightly, but the assembly process, because it's 2 radius pieces coming together, you cannot have those holes align. If those holes did align at the start, when they're, say, an inch or 2 apart, then by the time you pull it in tight, they're not going to align. They're going to force that piece out from your counter. So that's, as I said, a difficulty, but it definitely is. These are handmade. They do test these out, each one desk at a time. They do go together.